Do you know anyone who fits this description? They go to work during the day. They go into the building of their amazing, highly credible, well-paid, fairly senior sustainability and ESG job, but they don't get to take their whole selves to work. They go into their office tower in the morning and there's a revolving door and their mind goes in, their beautiful, analytical, educated talents go in, and their heart and soul go out the door. That departure between the mind and the soul is coming up more and more when I talk to folks working very hard to make real change within business. And so today, I simply want to offer an invitation for you and your soul to stay together. And if you're not together right now, to reunite. What do I mean by that? There is a real taboo in a lot of spaces. A lot of what's at the root of unsustainable business practices is not new. And you and I know that. This is not about an election or a recent change of political vibe. These are old challenges, in some cases, very old, intergenerationally old. And in recent decades with sustainability and ESG, folks have been working on them, but increasingly we're realizing we haven't really been working on the challenges. We've been working around the edges, or in some cases, not even getting to the edges. We have not been looking at the business models. We've not been looking at really transforming the structures of business so that the harmful ecological and social impacts that we seem to be working on aren't caused in the first place. There's many great books written about this. There's economists raising it. It's not news per se, but more and more of you in sustainability and ESG are talking about the challenge of keeping your soul present with you, that you're having to just put your head down, get the work done, and not ask too many questions. And this is where I would like to invite you to reunite with your soul. If we are participating in the problem, and to be blunt, if we're getting paid for the problem to persist, then we kind of are the problem. It's awkward, but it's actually a good sign that we have agency to do something about it. So what does it look like to reunite with your soul? Well, it could be a few things. One could simply be to stay very present to the issues and concerns that you're sensing and feeling and just name them. I'm going to bet you're not alone. And you naming what you're seeing, calling out the structural business model challenges in whatever context you can, that is already a giant step forward, and I'm pretty sure your soul will thank you. Alternately, you can look at what possibilities exist for you to not participate in the problem. This is very awkward, and I say this with a lot of love in my heart. I sense a lot of real inner turmoil around how to keep yourself safe, how to keep your family safe, while recognizing that you've left your soul outside the building. And so, again, this is just an invitation to bring your soul to work today and see what happens instead. And there's so many resources you can draw on, ways in which you can develop the skills and possibilities to have those conversations, to have data and information to support not an antagonistic conversation, but an informative, productive, loving, peaceful conversation. These are practical, life-oriented conversations. And thankfully, life's principles are true for us all day, every day. So they're always here to back us up. And there are many people looking at ways in which the economy can truly serve life and be part of restoring ecological systems and generating truly healthy, well communities. And I'm pretty sure if your soul isn't part of the conversations, it's going to be very hard to bring those forward. So this is my open invitation to you or anyone you know who's having to park your soul outside the building to please reunite with your soul and either stay at the table and say what is so worth saying out loud, or maybe you and your soul could put your beautiful, brilliant light and energy somewhere else. Might be a little bit of tough love, but honestly, I believe if we aren't talking about the problems we need to solve, we're probably not going to solve them. I wonder what you think, though. How are you and your soul doing? Have you been having a reunion? Have you stayed together all along? What's that like? Where are the challenges? What's working well for you? Feel free to add comments. Stay tuned for ideas and examples up ahead for how you can sort of strengthen that skill in having those conversations gracefully, peacefully, but in an assertive and effective way. And also stay tuned for more examples from what is working well on the path towards industrial healing. Thanks again for walking alongside. I appreciate your company. If this is worthy for anybody that you know, please feel free to share. I really appreciate it. And if you aren't already signed up, make sure you get my weekly newsletter so you can be on the list to receive information about upcoming ways you can strengthen those skills and find out more about what you can do so that you and your soul can live peacefully, happily, and effectively as we build this economy, which we are building in service of life. Bye for now. I'll see you next week.